Can you hear us now?
Can anyone hear us now? Oh, they hear us. Yes, yes. Yes, they say.
Yeah, I could tell that it worked.
Oh, you're going to mess something?
What?
They can hear us, so why mess with anything?
Well, because I'm just trying to look at the Yeti to figure out why it failed, that's all.
Okay.
But,
all right,
okay.
well, he's still
after the long delay, we can start.
If it goes away, let us know.
We cried for joy.
Great sound now. Well, thank you. Well, welcome to our show. 15 minutes late, so let's go.
I'm here.
Why aren't you here?
I am here.
I need you to pull a card soon.
Okay, I'll be there.
Seriously, Loud Angel says. Uh-oh.
Well, I'll adjust that.
He'll try to adjust that.
I won't try, I will. Is that better? Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. Oh, are you on the list? I didn't see you. Did you just get here? You're going to be down a list a ways, but we'll get you.
Well, I have no idea what's going on here. It's just one thing after the other.
Fiber Magic is here. Hi, Fiber. Did you want a reading, Fiber, or are you just watching?
It's funny enough to just watch, isn't it?
Lately, it is.
But we must be near our quota.
We're at 14, but I don't have Fiber on the list. That's why I'm asking. And I don't know when she came in relation to Nancy. I see Nancy up there. Okay. Oh, and Seeley also came in, and I don't have them on the list because of all these sound conniptions.
Well, I was dealing with that. You could have been dealing with that.
Okay, I know it was after Kara Seeley came in.
So now it's going to take another 15 minutes for you to do that.
You know, it's a birthday reading. It's your deck. Why don't you get started?
We didn't do the card for the day. That's why we didn't get started.
Well, I was waiting for you on that. You didn't have to take your time.
You're just not as puntable as you need to be.
Well, why don't you figure out the lists now then? Instead of fudging with something that wasn't not working anymore.
Oh, right. I spent a whole 30 seconds there. Please.
All right. Don't worry. Mr. O is going to pick the card. He's
then I'm going
to... me. Pick it.
Well, it looks like I'm picking my nose here, too.
It can be reversed, so what is it? Oh, it's upright.
Is there two cards there?
No, it's got a weird border on all of them. Okay. Bats in the Belfry. And, you know, it's number 13, which is interesting. Is that like the death card? Let's see. Facing chaos.
But I'm not looking your way.
Some moments can just make you absolutely batty. Whether from anxiety, depression, or just plain old moment in a certain situation. It's okay not to feel in control or to feel whatever you do actually feel. But don't hold on to this moment for too long. Don't allow yourself to get lost in the moment's chaos or even a string of similar moments. Don't let the insanity define you. Seek a way that is healthy to work through it. Why do I think this was about us here?
I don't know, because you're the only one that does.
I'm the only one that can see the light. So yeah, you know, when things go batty, so to speak, like no sound, you know, you got to be able to just kind of deal with it. You can be angry, you can be frustrated, but don't hold on to it. Let it go. Don't let it linger.
When things go bad with keeping up with the list, you just have to deal with it.
That's right. That's right. Now you got it, Mr. O.
All right. Very good. So that was our card for the day. Anything else?
When did Marita come in?
Who?
Marita's up there. Never mind. I have Marita on the list. Trying to get it together here. If I don't have you on the list when I post the list, please let me know. Because I got all thrown off here. Two of you with all your bickering. That's us, Fiber. Oh, there's Preeti. Preeti, I'm going to add you, Preeti, but that's going to be it.
We have reached maximum reading level.
I think I've got everybody. I have you, Kara. I have you, but you can see, I'm pretty sure I got you where you came in. And the list is definitely now closed. So this is what I have. Anybody see that they are not on there? Oh, we'll do that, Fiber. That's great. That's a great idea. How are we doing? Got it. Okay.
All right.
I like that. Well, we are doing a birthday reading of all things. But anyway, keep your head together when things go batty. And you know, right now in the world, there's a heck of a lot of things going batty right now.
All right. So without any more ado, we're doing the birthday reading.
Oh,
This is
I see somebody not on the list. Angel.
Angel.
Yep. And I'm going to add them. So
Okay.
we're up to 18 today. We're going to get rolling.
The birthday gift spread for our friend Lisa.
Yeah.
And I am using the Star Spinner deck. The Star Spinner Tarot, which is kind of Art Nouveau-ish. Hi, Sunny. I've been warming them up.
Angel came in before Kara. I gotcha.
Whoops. And that's the pattern of the spread. It doesn't quite look that way as I lay out the cards.
Oh, Jackie's just watching today. Okay.
Well, thank you, Jackie. That's very nice.
And that's good because I don't even see you on the list. And I bet you came fairly early. Anyway, all right. So this list is without you anyway.
Okay, let's focus for the reading.
Don't worry, I am focused. How about you?
All right, the gift you received last year that you can use to make the most of this year. And it's the reversed Eight of Wands. And I get the feeling like this is saying maybe last year things were tenuous in certain respects, that you lost focus in certain ways, or you didn't feel you were always as focused as you wanted to be. You weren't always able to move towards your target, or you felt sluggish in certain ways, like you were spent. And so the gift of that is realizing that was last year, and that over the course of the year you have found ways to try to navigate around that. When you see that happening, when you see that things are slowing down for you, or your focus is dimming, you can't seem to stay on target, you remind yourself so that you can, pull your resources together.
The Eight of Wands indicates a period of, some chaos, a lack of focus, an inability to focus because maybe, the world, things are moving too fast around you. And so I feel last year you felt like you lost a little bit of control over things. It may have caused you to lose focus on the things that were most important to you. And so that's the lesson from last year, is to try to slow things down, try to find ways to focus your energy rather than scatter it between too many things. I've always said multitasking is evil. Evil. And so don't try to do too many things at once, because your focus will your focus will be scattered all over the place. That may be the lesson you take away from last year. No, Aries, sorry, we can't get you on. Nope.
Oh, we're sorry,
We're at
Mary.
18 right now.
Yeah, we can't believe how quickly we filled up.
And we're doing a birthday reading, so we're
Yeah.
so sorry.
We're sorry, Ari.
Yeah. But Ari, I'm doing my birthday reading on April 19th. If you want to schedule yours in now, pick a date, a Thursday or a Sunday, and we'll do it for you.
Yeah, and that guarantees you your spot. All right, so card 2, Lisa, is the gift of the present moment. And that's the reversed Queen of Wands.
The gift of the present moment. The reverse Queen of Wands?
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
The gift of the present moment is there's really no pressure on you right now to be out there, to be seen, to be, to be in the limelight. It's a time to kind of regroup yourself. This is a time to kind of reorient yourself and, maybe after some of the foibles of the last solar year, get yourself together, get your self-confidence back where it needs to be, and be ready to move forward when the time feels more right.
I guess we didn't add Sunshine either to the list.
Where was Sunshine?
I'm not sure.
Sunshine, did you just... No, you just came now. You're asking if the list is still open.
Well,
no, it's not. Did you see what you said above? Is the list still open?
Yeah, but I thought they were here before
No,
that.
I didn't see them before. Did you?
I thought I did.
Okay, you go look. If you just came in, Sunshine, we can't do it. We've got 18 people. We are overbooked. So, we're sorry.
You're right. I'm sorry. Okay, so the gift of the present moment, Lisa, and I'm sorry for, all of the activity going on in our chat. It's incredibly busy today, and I didn't even hear what Banshee said, but I think the realization, maybe that sometimes you have to softer play certain aspects of a very, alien kind of nature that you, Banshee, and other guys have, where, the typical Aries kind of, behavior of really being very pioneering, very proponent, and very, very uber confident about what your capabilities are. And so the gift of the present moment is realizing that sometimes you can't always press that issue. In certain ways, you have to maybe look at the softer side of how you sell yourself, how you sell your ambitions, how you sell the kinds of plans or things that you may want, cooperation from other people from.
This is so... Oh, come on.
You wouldn't know it's Easter here, would you? Everybody's just piling in. So we are sorry. We have to close that list, don't we? My goodness.
Yeah, we do. We did.
And we're sorry, Dr. Victor.
Dr. V, we filled up like really fast. We're going to fill up fast. Likely. More likely than not. So have to get here early.
Yeah,
right.
We're sorry. We can't do you guys. We're sorry. All right. So card 3 is the gift that your connections with others will help, or how it will help in the next year. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling there a little bit. And it's a reverse card, but it's actually a pretty good one. It's the reversed 3 of Swords.
Reverse 3 of Swords.
So I'm going to take a moment here, but I think
so that's the gift of, the third
your connections with others,
Yes,
and
your
it's about connections with others.
Your connections with others will prove healing for you in this year ahead. The 3 of Swords is reversed. It's going to prove healing for you. Get out with people more. Visit family or friends. Make new connections if needs be. But I feel here that you will find yourself feeling a lot better socializing and in your interpersonal world in this year ahead. There will be a real support for you there.
I like what you said there a lot. I guess I probably hadn't thought about it exactly that way, but now I see that's probably it. That really, when you think about how you relate to other people, they mostly have been able to provide the sense of what has taken you from maybe some of your biggest heartaches, especially perhaps in this last year, the things that broke your heart the most or caused the most sorrow, and given you ways to appreciate what you have still, but also how you endeavor to heal yourself and recreate your life if you need to. Card 4, the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward on your goals or dreams. And another upside down card reversed. It's the Hanged Man reversed.
Well, stop thinking about them and start doing it, I think. With the Hangman reversed, he's got to come off that tree. He's thought things to the limit. He's taken it to the limit, looked at all sides and angles of things. It's time now to just do it.
I like that. That's perfect in a way too, because that's literally the Hanged Man, when he appears, really represents that idea that we have to really dissect something mentally, absorb it, examine it from different angles, ponder it, decide if it works in our life or not. And this is saying really that taking what you already know or feel, intuitively or otherwise, is really where you need to go. It's time to no longer feel that you have to do that mental, study there. It's really time to put it into action. It's time to get the let out, Lisa.
Card 5, the gift from your spirit guides and or ancestors. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in this next year?
And at last, we have an upright card.
Oh, is this Mr. O's decks again? Jeez.
It's the upright King of Cups.
How nice.
How nice indeed.
Whoa. Your father's on the other side now, right?
Right.
I don't know if he was a water sign, but this could be him supporting you, It could be some support from the other side, from an ancestor on the other side who really, loves you, cares about you a lot, and wants you to know that. I think that, whether this is one or maybe more than one, there are people who definitely have your back in this year, and they want to be an emotional support for you.
The card could pertain to a water sign, but it isn't always. And of course, when you keep in mind that, unless you know otherwise, maybe they had a significant water placement somewhere else in their chart, that kind of thing. But I think the larger point here is that this represents somebody who always dealt with you in the most kind of ways. If it wasn't that actual person, it could be other spirit connections on the other side, or spirit connections that are around you due to, your life, those that have impressed upon you. And so there could be a number of people. This could even be, in the sense, a gestalt of all of those people who care about you and maybe would mentor you in certain ways. I like to think of the King of Cups as maybe sort of guiding you in a certain way, at least from that emotional perspective.
Card 6, the gift this year will ultimately give to you. What lessons have you learned, and what progress or growth have you achieved by year's end?
And it's the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups in this deck. And she's upright also.
The Page of Cups. So the gift of the year. I think you've learned that you can trust your gut this year, that your intuition has been on target. I think you've learned to use it more. And I think that by year's end, whatever you've gone through in this year, you're going to come up with some very creative ideas from that to take over into the next solar year.
This may be a year about you finding even higher levels of emotional calm and happiness for yourself, whether they're in the relationships you have now, the various ones you have, whatever those are, or whether it's in new things. This is sort of saying, as the page kind of energy, the princess kind of energy, it's about really wanting to explore that realm, and it includes intuitive, hunches and feelings like that. So this is the year, I think, where it's maybe kind of like that Three of Swords energy in a way too, that you're really working on yourself more so than you have been able to this year, or you're hoping to.
Well, that Three of Swords is with the connections with others, and I feel that, that plays a role, I think, with this Page of Cups, too. One thing you've also learned is to open your heart more and be more receptive to connecting with others in this year ahead. The page can be about beginnings of things, friendship or romantic-wise as well. So that's why I'm thinking in your interpersonal life, there's more love to give and there's more love to receive for you in this year ahead, and you're going to find that to be very healing. That's where I think that Three of Swords, reversed comes in as well. And so that's a real positive for this year ahead. Real positive is you have certainly some really good allies on the spiritual side, supporting you in this year ahead as well. So anything else you want to add with that?
No, I think we're good there.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you. Happy birthday, by the way.
Birthday.
I hope you had a great one. And also remember, this is going to be on in our archives, this show today, and you can look at this reading anytime.
Yeah, if you ever need to look back at it.
So good luck with that.
Thank you, Lisa, for all your support too.
And we are going to move on to Namira, who wants to know what good things are coming.
Yeah, we're just going to be busy for the rest of the day here.
We're rolling. I
Thank
think
you.
I've got it together now. Geez, took me a while.
And you're welcome.
Okay, sorry I posted the birthday reading again. Namira is up, so...
And somebody said we had kicking hats, so that was W-I-Y.
We had what?
Kicking hats.
Oh, thank you.
Jamming hats.
Well, I'd love to wear a different one, but...
It's a bad hair day.
It's a bad hair day. The hair is hidden. I'm getting it cut soon, though. It's a week from Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember.
And of course, my hat, like some of my others and your others, are courtesy of, well, Fiber
Magic. And do I even have fiber on the list? I did. Thank goodness I did that. Okay. I think I am really together now.
We're not together at all.
Let's go. All right. I'm going to use the Garden of Enchanted Creatures Oracle or Tarot I brought out from MJ Cullinane. I haven't brought in any new decks other than this one. They're going to be shaken up for Thursday a little bit more.
I think that was a record for closing the list because of too many.
I know, really.
I'm pretty sure about it. And that was like about 20 after, 22 after.
Well, it begs what we're going to do in the future if, because we hate to turn people away. We want more people to join us, so we're just going to have to figure out what we're going to do. Oh,
I love my hats by you, Fiber.
So what good things are coming to you, Namira? The Page of Cups, for one, upright. Well, the King of Wands is reversed. We'll chat about that. And it's another page, and this one's reversed. That's interesting. Page of Wands reversed. What good things are coming? Oh, did you get the Lenormand?
I'm working on it.
I'm curious because of the way I want to go with this. I'm hoping that's not going to throw me off. We'll see. Oh.
It's the Scythe. Indeed. And the Crossroads. So the Crossroads is influencing the Scythe.
Well, I'm still going to go with it. I think I can make this work because I feel this. So with the Page of Cups, I think what it's saying is what's really coming, what's really the good thing that is coming to you is relating to more your interpersonal realm, and also creative pursuits in projects and goals, or creative ideas to tackle any challenges that you face. The Page of Cups is good at that, and also keeping your emotions balanced when challenges are afoot. And I do think there are some challenges here afoot, and they're mostly to do with businessy kind of things, or projects or goals. So that's why you need some creative solutions and ideas to things. Also, there may be some good news coming your way. I can't rule that out either with this page. Some emotionally uplifting news. Maybe you'll hear some good news about a friend getting married or having a baby or a family member. Something positive that's uplifting. I'm going to stop and I'm going to go card by card with this one.
Okay, I just wanted to note as an overview the idea of all of them being court cards and the two pages framing it. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
So...
Want an Easter grape?
I do. Good things come into you. I think there's a sense maybe that, you're feeling like spring has really come on some level. Maybe it's metaphoric, maybe it's literal. It's the spring of new ideas or new approaches to things. It's maybe understanding things at a more emotional or heart level that makes you realize that you can maybe solve problems through that rather than having to always rely on some sort of sense of authority to solve the problems. Just trying to get people to understand that they can find solutions together.
Actually, I almost want to do the other two cards together. When I look at the King of Wands and I look at the Page of Wands together reversed, I can go two ways with this. The first one is that, you need to have your emotions balanced because there's somebody who is trying to cause some trouble maybe. There's this King of Wands, there might be some news or some words, some messages that, are about trying to raise some argument with you. And you might find it frustrating, but if you keep your emotions in check, you should be able to get through this okay. I feel here that's one way. Another way is just be sure that, you keep your emotions in check no matter what life is throwing at you, because you yourself could be the one that could act out inappropriately. If something bothers you, don't instantaneously react to it. Think it through before you respond, because, we tend to say things we really shouldn't have said when we're feeling angry or stressed.
So for me, with those reversed final court cards, I think I'm going to try to combine them and see how that works for me.
Okay.
Those represent, the idea of maybe a diminished sense of especially with the king, your confidence about yourself or your ability to influence people, or even your belief in yourself to some degree. And so this is saying that maybe some things are going to happen in the mirror that might challenge you. And you have to remember, people are going to argue back their position or debate you. So it is important at this time that you kind of remind yourself of your own worth, your sense of self-worth, and the sense of what you believe is the true, value of what your goals are, especially with the King of Wands. But with the Page of Wands, then combining that, this is saying really you may have to work on how you message these things too, that how you find your voice in communicating some of this stuff will be important this week ahead. All of this could just be saying this is not going to be your week for doing that. And maybe this is not saying, oh, you can do this, you can prepare for this. This is maybe saying this might not be your best week for being a better communicator or being able to convince people of what your beliefs are going forward in terms of solving problems or finding solutions to things. So it just may be a bad week.
It may be I don't know if it's a totally bad week, because I do think there's some positive elements with that page here. If you keep your emotions in check and you trust your gut, you should be able to make the right moves and decisions for yourself. When I'm looking at the Lenormand with the Psyche and the Crossroads, that's about making a move or decision here. And I feel here You will feel much better once you do that. You know, standing at the crossroads is not a happy place to be. We worry, we fret, we wonder which direction we should take or if we're making the right decision. We ruminate too much over it rather than make a move, and then we don't want to make the move. So I feel here you need to cut through, you know, anything that's blocking you from making a choice or a decision and just do it.
Yeah, this could be symbolic, really, of saying that you let the idea of choices kind of hold you a little bit, and rather you should just attack that idea that it's not about the choices, it's really just about moving forward. So in other words, yes, it's just really pick a direction, the best one possible, and go with it.
All right. That's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that.
Good luck, Mimir.
All right. Selema is up, and I did not see a question. So I don't know if I missed it, but I'm looking.
Whose question?
And I saw Lena's, but I did
okay.
not
Let me
see.
look for it.
So if you get that for me, I'd appreciate it.
Well, they came in right at the top, that's for sure. Selema, are you here? Because we need your question, and we can't find it, so if you're able to put it in. We can only give you about a moment for this because we're
very busy.
Really very busy. We see where you asked to be added to the list.
Yeah.
But we need that question. And I think we're just going to give you just a moment. And this is not you, Lena. It's Selema, who came in second on the list. But thank you for that.
Well, I have your question, Lena. I have it.
I think we're just going to have to move on. We have too big of a list.
In a minute. Selema, are you here? At least answer us.
I mean, it's been 45 minutes.
Wow, I waited a long time for you, so you know what? I'm going to just give it a moment.
Already, I can do that. Something I wanted to check on.
Oh, hi, Rowan. Happy Easter to you. Unfortunately, as you can see, our list is closed already. We got filled up really fast today. All right, Selema is not here. And we are over, actually, the amount of people, you know, that we can do.
This will be a good overtime day for us.
Yeah, so we're not going to be able to add you, even though I just, we're bypassing Selema. We're moving on to Lena.
I see. So Lena put it in there just because she was next. That's cool. That's my deck again, right?
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty.
And I had it.
These grapes are delicious. Thank you for sharing those.
They're sweet.
Yeah, they're very sweet.
Well, we didn't have any Easter eggs. We did eat a hard-boiled egg this morning in honor of Easter. So I had no chocolate eggs, no chocolate bunnies. I have cake and ice cream for later.
I want it.
Oh my gosh, we went to Brewster's and I got Coffee Ripple. He is going to be in heaven. And I also got...
Diabetic heaven.
What was it? Brownie Eclair.
All right, so
anyway,
for Lena's question, general reading for April.
Yes, of course.
I'm using my Legend Arthurian Tarot.
All right.
General.
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
All right, it's the Wheel of Fortune and they're upright. That's nice. It's the Magician who is also upright. It's the star, but the star is reversed. So a little bit of whatever with that.
Okay, so we have it's the wheel
Yeah,
and
the
the
wheel
magician
and
upright.
the magician and the star. All
star.
major arcanas.
Wow, well, this is a stellar reading, so to speak. Let's see what the Lenormand will give you, Lena. April looks like a good month. Well, and we're just at the beginning of it, really, so... Oh. This was first.
The book. And the key. All right. So general reading, there may be some good luck coming to you. It feels like, you're going to be moving into a cycle of good luck where maybe you would feel like you could take certain chances, or there are certain things you could do that maybe would win luck for you. So for example, maybe if you feel sometimes playing cards or the lottery are lucky for you, maybe it will be. But some of this could be directed through the magician, and the magician, also is capable of making things happen through their will or through other facets of their personality, able to convince people of things like that. So perhaps this is saying really that your persona itself is what you carry with you in April that makes you feel like you attract luck to yourself, and that you attract opportunities and ways to maximize the possible into the probable or more probable.
Well, yeah, I was going to start with the magician first, actually, because the magician makes everything happen, right? It seems like in April, you will be in a good place to take a chance on something, take a risk on something. The magician says you have everything you need to succeed. So, and with the Wheel of Fortune here saying, hey, gamble a little bit, take a little risk in life. Go out on a limb. It's just as if luck is on your side right now. So maximize that. Do something, and take a chance. Maybe you'll win, maybe you'll lose, it's not, and I'm not saying it's necessarily a monetary gamble, but it's something else that you try. But one thing is you will grow from it. And, the Wheel of Fortune is saying for the most part, luck is on your side right now. And the magician is saying you have what you need to manifest something you want. But now you just have to take a chance and go for it.
All right, so then that takes us to the star. And the star says, well, I'm not exactly sure because those other cards are so good. So the star could be saying that maybe towards the end of April, you may not be feeling that high buzz as much anymore, that higher feeling, and maybe things will kind of stabilize a little bit or equalize a little bit, either with your luck or with how you feel, fortune is dealing with you. There is an indication that maybe you are aware of something negative happening, beyond April that sort of becomes apparent towards, the end, and it just may be a gloomy prospect of some sort.
Well, I think the star is saying this is a very positive time for you. This is a time to go for something really that you really desired. You said it's upright, correct?
No, it's reversed.
Oh, it's reversed.
That's why I'm saying everything that I'm saying.
Well, when you laid them out, I thought
Nope.
you said all
Nope.
three were reversed,
Nope.
upright.
I did not.
Okay. All right. So I do feel here that don't feel pessimistic. Don't feel doubtful. Just do it. Everything else is pointing to doing it. And I even look at the Lenormand and say the key here is growth and learning. The key is learning from experience. If we never try anything, we never know what we're made of, what we're capable of. So the star is just admonishing against self-doubt. Go for your dreams. Don't believe they are out of reach.
I like that. I mean, that's a good way of putting it. It may still be, in my mind, the realization or the sense that you feel this, later in April, like that maybe, you're feeling like, wow, I've been so lucky. It's what's going to happen when the luck ends, So it could be that kind of sense of doubt, too, in a way that, you feel this luck would have to end. But maybe it doesn't have to end. And maybe the key to enduring that luck is to realize that some of this is really about your attitude and about how you feel and understand life, which is the book in a way.
Yeah.
So good luck with that, Lena.
Good luck with that. Happy Easter to you, Libra. You are up.
Happy Easter. Thank you.
Oh, what happened there? I swear I got
Still like a good ham and all those Easter fixings.
Huh. That's funny. So what hidden messages does Libra need to know?
All right, that's going to be your deck.
I know. Use my Tarot of the Moon Garden. We're going to have a nice little Easter dinner. We got a nice piece of, a little piece of honey baked ham.
Yeah, we're going to do our ham later.
It's not from honey baked, but it's a sweet slice ham. And then I'm making my famous mac and cheese. We got some cornbread.
Thank you, Lena, and you're welcome.
We have some salad. And we have a cake. Not just any cake. It's put together parts of different cakes.
And a gym appointment tomorrow, and an appointment with the
ice cream,
the cycle machine or something.
Unless you wonder, Kara, we had angel wings, cheeky earlier.
My niece calls them crazy chickies.
It's not Easter without it, Gotta have some. All right. What hidden messages? So, what hidden message?
Oh, okay. Good luck to her on that.
Well, you got the Five of Cups here for the hidden message you need to know. There's something troubling you. There's something worrying or disappointing you. Something that maybe has already happened that you just are holding on to. It's kind of coloring your mood. And maybe you don't even realize it. I almost feel like maybe, sometimes this is active disappointment and ruminating. But remember, this is about what hidden messages you need to know. So in this case, I really almost feel like you don't realize it's still nagging at you deep down. But it's coloring different things that you do. So, it's you got to try to figure out what it is. I think you will. I think it will surface. That's my thought on it.
Well, as a hidden message, it may present as the idea that something leaves you or something is no longer with you as much, and that this may be emotionally troubling to you. And so the real hidden message could be to remember that, you had it when you did have it, and maybe that meant something, but you need to just take something from it, what was important about that, and not spend as much time on the regret part of that, even though it may be hard.
I remember that about your daughter. Remember you telling us about that. That's,
yeah.
I hope they can get to the bottom of it.
Oh, it's so important to take care of that. Oh, my goodness.
All right, so why is this important? Because it's hard to... If you've been finding it hard to motivate to do something new and different in your life, or if you've been finding it hard to come up with ideas and solutions for things, it may be you're being blocked by whatever it is that's still hanging there in the shadows. It almost sounds like to me, when I'm reading these cards, I know he might be looking at this a little bit differently, is that some shadow work might be needed.
Well, it's the Page of Wands, right? Page of Staffs.
Yep.
And they're reversed. So it's important because, yes, there's something that hasn't quite filtered through yet, that you know that even though this is that hidden message, it may be a little deeper to get at what its true significance is. Excuse me. Knowing about it on one level still may not mean you know it enough to figure out what you really can do with it. So a deeper dive, more information is needed than what we told you with the first card. You are now probably bound to do more work here in some respect, and it could be, like Banshee suggests, the shadow work.
Yeah, it's sort of what I see. So where are things headed?
Kind of like it's hereditary, I guess.
Queen of Pentacles, reversed.
And they're reversed, right.
So, where are things headed? I get the feeling that, that you've really got to take care of you right now. You've got a lot on your plate. You got to take care of, your daughter's concerns, and those are big issues. And, and I'm sure, this has been absorbing you and stressing you and taking some of your, your energy away from you. But right now you have to spend some time trying to sort out what it might be that you're hanging on to that you need now to let go of.
I almost wonder if maybe, what you may find out, and maybe what is foreshadowed with the first card, is that this is a real game changer, what may be going on with your daughter. It may really alter the life for all of you guys, because you may have to really make that more of a priority to address what those needs are. So that's what I think it's headed to, that idea of what the Queen of Pentacles reverses is like really focusing on the care you need to for yourself, and by extension your family, your concerns. So let's look at the Lenormand. It's the heart and the fish.
The heart and the fish. Okay, there you go. I feel here that this shows you're a very caring person, and that maybe, the fish is saying you have an abundance of heart here, to share with others. But right now, you have to focus some of that energy back on you. I'm going back to that Queen of Pentacles reversed card there. And I just feel like this is showing, you have an abundance of care, and you're dealing with a lot of heartfelt issues right now relating to others. But now is the time to bring that focus inward and see what needs to be healed, within you.
I like that. I think that's a good way too, is because in a lot of ways, so much of what's going on, the care for everyone else is on you, Libra. More so than anyone else. You have the care of all the other people in your life, your children, for the most part. Excuse me.
Oh.
Dry throat.
Here, do you need a cough drop?
Yeah, sorry. Thank you. And so I think that's what this is saying, is that what comes to you is your own inner strength to provide an abundance of what you need on all those levels to take care of yourself, to bring your heart into a better alignment with all of those needs. Good luck to that.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. I think I've said what I could say. Good luck with that.
Much love to you, Libra.
Happy Easter to you.
You're like literally our oldest person here. I mean, longest coming.
Angel's been around a long time too now.
Who?
Angel Rivera.
I think Libra beats him out just by a little bit, but both of you guys.
This is not a race.
It's not a race, because there's not really a big prize, just the prize of knowing us.
It's just great that people have hung with us for so long, and I so appreciate that, and so care about all of you. Marita, you are
Marita.
up, and I have your question. I'm pretty sure, yes. Okay, here it comes. Just 1 minute, Mr. O. Get it out there for you. There you go.
Alrighty. And I'm going to use the
Okay.
Tarot of the Magical Forest.
Oh, thank you, Libra. That's
Well, we
sweet.
hope not. One of these days we may do our East Coast tour like we thought we would several years ago. Who knows?
Who knows? You know, some
Right
of
at
his
the
vertigo
COVID
stuff
level.
some of his vertigo stuff has been put in check a little bit. So we are going to drive out to the west side of the state again, maybe taking some little trips now, and especially after he retires, you know, will lead us to try to take some longer trips. So
And then we can meet all of you guys.
yeah, we're gonna do a world tour. No, we're not.
I don't know how we're going to get over to where Judy Conda is, but we'll think of something, right?
I think that,
That would be fun.
Yeah, by plane or by boat. And I'm not much into the planes these days, because I don't trust the people, you know, in charge. Ah,
No promises yet.
I know.
All right, Marita, how my report to my company will affect me. Be in my favor. Open another better job opportunity. Card 1. It's the 7 of Swords.
Oh, thank you, Fiber.
Thank you.
God,
We're going to quit the show and just tour around. It'll take us a couple years to do that.
That is so weird.
All right,
But I had to
and
do it.
next card is 9 of Pentacles. How interesting. And these are both upright, and so is this one. The Knave or Page of Swords. So we have 3 uprights. The 7 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles,
And the page.
and the Page of Swords. And they're so whimsical
And
looking. I love this
honestly, you
little
got
deck.
all upright cards. I'm impressed, Mr. O. I have these, unfortunately, but it's not terrible.
More animals. Mice, because we have the little ones on there, and the garden.
Mice in the garden.
Well, I don't know.
Well, okay. I think here you're going to be left wondering a little bit here. With that 7 of Swords upright, I think almost you're not really sure you made the impact you thought or not. I mean, you're just going to have to kind of bide your time and see what comes out of it. I feel here that it may take some time to get a clear picture as to, you know, how they're really feeling about it. I mean, they may come out and say something, but, you know, read between the lines. Make sure you can, you know, they're not just saying something to be kind or to avoid, you know, telling you how they really feel. That 7 of Swords upright kind of indicates to me that something is hidden, right?
Yeah, it feels like they want to play it close to their vest,
Yeah.
so to speak. That it doesn't mean that they outright don't like you, but maybe they have a reason for not wanting to be very forthcoming about it right away, at least. At some point, of course, they can't keep, you know, this away from you, you know, because they asked for this report. So it may seem like they just want to spring it on you in some way, what their conclusions actually are.
Now, that being said, Marita, now you didn't give the report yet, right? You're asking how it will go. Am I right about that?
How my report to my company will affect me,
Yeah, will affect
be in
you.
my favor, and open another better job opportunity.
Okay. So I'm looking at this 9 of Pentacles here, and the 9 of Pentacles seems to indicate that this might put you in a better position or a place that you feel comfortable with at least. You know, I don't know if you'll get, you know, hopefully a better position or not, but it may put you in a better light in their eyes ultimately.
Right, and I was going to say that too. My problem was trying to figure out what that meant in connection with the first card.
I know.
Were they just going to quietly let it happen or spring it on you like I may have suggested? But it does feel like one way or the other, this report is more comfortable for you. It may not be an elationary feeling, like all of a sudden you feel like, you just vaunted up a couple of pay levels, but it feels good. It feels like you feel they're not going to get rid of you unnecessarily or right away.
I feel like, they may realize that you're more responsible. They can trust you more. They feel comfortable, with what you're telling them. So I'm not sure why all the silence and subterfuge here at the beginning. It's really kind of interesting to me, because then there's the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords to me just indicates that, I think you're communicating effectively. I think that your report is, will be looked at that way too, that you've really covered everything well. And it may open up more dialogue.
It almost seems to me like, that other part of your question about job opportunity, that they feel like there is something they would want you to run with, that they would want you to move into. The idea of the Knight of Swords is like somebody who's a proponent of getting something done and moving forward there, usually with speed and precision, usually with some sense of assuredness about, the worthiness of their goal or the value of their strength and resources. So to me, although they may not be especially forthcoming for some reason, or I'm not really sure what that is, does it just indicate that it'll take longer than, you would like? But I think they have a plan for you, is what that means. Now, in the Lenormand...
Well, in the Lenormand, don't get anxious. Don't get stressed out over this. I think here that, it shows that maybe there might be a little bit of nervousness and anxiety related to sharing that with, people, with a group, with your employers, or your managers. So I think that you shouldn't over worry this, that these anxieties will pass, and try to do, feel comfortable either way. You've done the best you could, and that's what counts. And I see that when I look at the Nine of Pentacles there. I feel like you've done really everything you could. You should feel good about this.
So I agree more or less. I think that those Lenormand are more about, just moving beyond a short period of anxiety before the news finally does come to you, or, the movement into a position or advancement of some sort. So you'll have to let us know.
That's what we have for you. Good luck,
Marina.
And we are on Andrew. I've got the question. General message that they need to know. So I guess that could be my reading.
Oh, right.
And I'm going to use the cards I'm using for the collective. The Lonely Planet. Hi, Andrew. Thanks for hanging. And, wow. They are a handful, though. My goodness. I always thought I had fairly broad hands, but geez. And they're tall. But I kind of like them. It'll be fun working with them for the collective this week. I can't say we have really good cards, though, and as you know, it's just like the world is crazy right now, and I think our cards of the day are reflecting some of that. Okay. What do you need to know? Oh, good question, because we got the moon upright. The moon often, the reason I'm saying that, Andrew, is, the moon often speaks of uncertainty or hidden messages in a way, things that are hidden from you that need to be revealed. So I think here your intuition and your dreams, or even just some signs and synchronicities that you may get. Like, for example, I'm still trying to put everything together that happened to me yesterday when an eagle flew over my car, a bald eagle. I saw it. You could see its bald head really clearly. And then when I got home, and later after it deluged rain, I ended up seeing ducks. Ducks were out here playing around in the water puddles of a happy duck couple. And so, signs and synchronicity, different birds picking up coins on the ground, whatever the case may be, a whisper, just a feeling, your intuition's going to be really, really strong right now.
It's an interesting way, to have the first card for your question, because you literally ask, what do you need to know? And the moon does suggest that maybe there is something that is not known. Could it be about, some general things that the moon covers, things that may take place over time? Like, is this saying maybe something that you haven't thought about in a while may come forward again to you in some way? But it could also be about some other things. It could possibly be about material success. It could possibly be about a romantic situation. These are all possibilities. They're not necessarily any one thing. So it could be that what you need to know is something that's going to show up, perhaps like Banshee said, in a dream or some other kind of synergy.
And so why is that important? It's the Judgment card reversed, another major arcana. So why is that important? Because, until you get the memo, or until you check, you understand, this, you get the message, I guess I want to say, it may be difficult for you to move forward, to figure out a direction, to make a decision. Also, this could indicate, too, that what you need to know involves something that is blocking your ability to make some necessary changes or transform something in your life.
I'm wondering too, Andrew, if this could be saying too that why it's important you need to know this thing is because it may dramatically change your perception about something or someone, that it does sort of represent a revelation. So an example could be that maybe, somebody you thought didn't care about you and was actually, seeking, to interfere with you, actually had a good reason to be doing this, and that maybe they weren't really an enemy of some sort, or vice versa. Maybe somebody you thought had your better, interest at heart, maybe they were just really not the right person to get to know. But it could more likely apply to an understanding, I believe, about a situation rather than a person. That maybe something you understood about a situation could become turned on its head, and you might realize something very different about it.
So where are things headed? Wow. Okay, remember how we just, or at least how I just said, you're having difficulties making a transformation or a transition due to what you don't know. So where are things headed?
Change.
Another major arcana card.
Another big change.
And that's about change, radical change. So I'm wondering here if what you don't realize or need to know is some big change is coming, and, you're going to be put in a position where you have to accept change. You cannot resist it. Don't resist the call to change.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that, this does represent the idea that something big could happen, and I don't think it's dramatically
I mean, it's
hurtful
not,
or
it's
anything
not
like that.
life or death, like what it's shown, the death card. But it's like, but this is something important because you've got all three major arcana cards. So this
Yeah.
might be a radical new change for you or shift. And you're going to have to, kind of go along with this change. Don't fight it. It's probably going to work out better for you in the long term.
Now, this may also be alarming a little bit, but we'll get to this. It's the clouds, and of course, there's the dark side is
Not
facing
that
towards
alarming, but let's see that.
the
No.
rider.
No, it's not that alarming. But what it does show is that, you're moving forward. You feel like you're moving, you're being asked to move forward blindly in a way because the dark clouds kind of blocked your vision.
Okay.
And so that's what you're probably even thinking right now. Well, what is this going to be? And how am I going to move if I don't know what it is? And that's exactly the state you're at right now. In a way, the dark clouds of the clouds fits in with the moon card a little bit. At some point, I think it's going to become clear. I think you're going to start getting subtle signs one way or another that something's about to shift. For example, I'm going to give you a real world example. In the workplace, suddenly people are talking about, oh, let's do an audit here, a work audit, and see, what everybody's doing, if everybody's got enough staff, when usually what they're really doing is they're trying to see where they can cut more staff. And so, you got to read between the lines of some of the messages that you're getting one way or another to see where things are pivoting and shifting. It could be a good shift, it could be a bad shift, but you can change and transform yourself for the better once you have more knowledge on what it is you're dealing with.
I like that. I think that's a good way of explaining it, that sometimes the cloud represents things that are not certain, but you're moving towards them because you do have to encounter them in order to realize what that significance is. And it does tie together with the death, the judgment, and the moon, that there is perhaps, Andrew, a change coming to you that will be notable, and you may not have a lot of time to really understand or prepare for it, but it will bring some big changes to you that probably are going to be okay. You just have to be ready to kind of embrace them and work with them. Good luck.
Well, I was just looking to see if I could find more questions in here that I'm missing, and I noticed, Jackie, you said you had the Steampunk Fairy Tarot on the way. That sounds interesting. Sounds neat. I wonder what decks we'll see next week when we go to Arts and Crafts. And by the way, for everybody still here, I just want to remind you all that there will be no happy hour this week. We should have done that at the beginning of the show, but no happy hour next week. But sadly, on Friday, we're going to have an unhappy hour show. Our video comes out because it's fourth quarter moon. So stay tuned for that. We'll be reading at the Arts and Crafts store live next Saturday, so we will not be able to do happy hour next week. So we'll see you the week following, the day before my birthday. So, anyway. Oh, you've got it up there? Oh, you had it in the waiting room, didn't you?
Well, it's here too.
That was nice. That was nice of
So
you.
we could talk over it, actually. Alrighty.
All right,
well,
so that's
you're
what we
welcome,
have.
Andrew. And CJ, lots of changes there. All right, we're on Spirit Connections.
Yes, we are, and I have everything, so hang with me. All righty, Spirit Connections. Go, Kathy.
Thank you, Nancy.
Oh, it would help if I move myself back down here. There we go. Okay, here is the question.
Hello.
What's going on here?
Would know.
What is going on? Look at that. I can't.
I think your window is too wide or something, or not wide enough.
I guess it's not wide enough. There. Wow.
All right, your question. Will I receive a new job opportunity this month? I do feel something coming in related to the martial arts. Okay.
Okay, I got it.
And I'm going to use the Barbieri Tarot.
Okay. Go ahead.
I am.
I'm just pulling out my next deck.
You are.
I am. All right.
Okay, the sun is reversed, and of course the reverse sun is usually not very bad at all. The Three of Wands is reversed. The Five of Cups is reversed.
The Three of Wands is reversed, the Five of Cups is reversed, and what's the first one?
The Sun.
The Sun reversed. Wow. Well, it doesn't look promising for April, let's just say, but...
Well, this was about
Yeah.
new job opportunity this month. Okay.
Right, this month.
Ship and the Lily.
All right, so...
The Three of Wands could be saying that there's an opportunity that just doesn't quite meet with you. There could be different reasons. Maybe it's not an opportunity that you really find you're interested in, but it could also be an opportunity that you didn't have enough time to indicate your interest or to move forward on that.
I'm sorry, well, the Sun is reversed. So the Sun, I'm going to start there. It just seems as though there might be some little minor success in April related to martial arts. Maybe you get noticed. Maybe people are more notice or attention, and maybe people start talking, about something opening up for you or finding a spot for you. I see that sort of here, but nothing concrete yet in regards to it actually happening. And with that Three of Wands there, I'll just add to that it just seems as though it's not in the plans right now. It's not, you might be wanting it to happen, but it just seems like there's a delay.
Yeah, and Spirit Connections kind of said that too, that maybe the time frame is not exactly, per the question. So that's interesting. I like the Sun reverse because it always means to me, generally means to me that, it's not really like the super brightest sun. It's just a little bit, understated. So in other words, it's not very bad card at all. It could still mean some amount of, good things happening, some amount of clarity happening for certain situations, that kind of thing.
And with the Five of Cups reversed, I think an opportunity will eventually present itself. I really do. That's the card of new opportunities or being ready for them. Be ready. Just prepare yourself and keep doing what you're doing, because I have a feeling at some point along the way, it's leading to that. It's leading to an opportunity to present itself. But it seems like it's going to take a little bit longer for it to come about with the lilies and the ship there. You will move. You will be able to make a move in this direction, but it still may take a little bit more time, a little bit more maturation. They just maybe are still, trying to mull over this, find a place for you.
Sometimes the Five of Cups could be that kind of thing that comes back when you didn't think it was, or you forgot about it. And so maybe this is saying that an opportunity that you might have wanted or that you thought wasn't there, at least at one point, maybe it was possible at another point. Like you say, maybe it's just not in April, maybe it's coming, in the following month or sometime. And with the lily and the ship, this could be saying really be patient, continue to move as you can towards it. You may be moving towards something, but it just may take longer to get there.
Right. Just keep growing, just keep growing and advancing. That's another thing, like you said, it's about maturation and learning, and just keep at it and show, that you are a real go-getter here. And I think that, it will pay off. It will
Congratulations on that. Good for you.
Oh,
That
that's
sounds pretty
awesome.
nice.
Yay. That's a good edge you have there. I like it. Good luck with that.
Exactly. Very nice.
We are on CJ.
Take care.
And CJ wants to know if it's safe for her to move forward with an attorney for their claim without any retaliation. So,
You're welcome.
I guess I will use these. And if it's unclear, the 4 Haxa MJ Cullinane deck, if it's unclear, we will do a yes/no.
Yeah.
A brief yes/no.
Aw, shucks.
Thank you, Christine.
I'm surprised he's so sleepy here today.
Yes.
Normally he's back and forth, pacing around.
Okay, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Water is reversed.
Oh,
Followed
that's pretty.
by
I like that.
followed by the Queen of Water, Cups, which is upright. But the Ten of Wands, or Fire, is also upright.
These are pretty cards. I like them.
Yeah, they are. And I thought they were perfect for this time of year. I like to bring out fairy-ish oriented decks. Magical deck. But I'm going to be bringing out a variety of stuff, really. All right, so what you got?
Snake.
Snake?
Snake. And the house.
Ooh. Well, I do think it's not going to be easy. I don't know about retaliation. I mean, it's possible we suddenly have the snake in the mix, and so I can't rule that out. We may want to do a yes/no, but let's go through this because I think the Knight of Water here is what you're dealing with. Obviously, this is a claim, and I'm assuming it's a claim against someone or some entity, and they're not going to be very happy about it. There's going to be pushback, I think, and it does look like it could be retaliatory in a way. It definitely looks like, let's just say this, an emotional reaction. I'll stop. I'm going to go card by card.
Yeah, it does have that feeling there. The Knight of Cups, the Knight of Water, reversed, doesn't want to engage properly with their emotional sense. They maybe want to be a little bit more persnickety, or maybe they're not an honest partner in a certain way. They could have ulterior motives, or they're just not necessarily as kind as you might want in the situation. It sort of feels like they're blocking in a way, or they would.
And I would say this, if this isn't about a person and more about an energy, let's just say it's going to be a real roller coaster ride for you, CJ. It just seems like you're going to be up, you're going to be down. You're going to be up, you're going to be down. And with the Queen of Cups here, it's really important for you to maintain emotional stability regardless. If you're going to go through with this, you've got to keep your emotions in check.
Yeah, this is going to be very challenging for you to present that, in a way, especially if it does move into communication between lawyers or actual courtroom appearances, being able to, maintain your sense of calmness and that. But I only think that's one part of it too. I think that that's also for your personal state of mind too, that you can't let this overwhelm you with anxiety as much as as you're able to.
Now I'm of two minds with that Ten of Wands here. I feel here, clearly, if this will help ease some burdens for you, because it shows you're carrying some burdens. So I could look at this two ways, because it could indicate to me that, if going through this is going to eliminate some burdens in your life, whether they're financial or otherwise, you just need this resolved, you need this resolution, then I think you need to go through it no matter the pain it may cause. But on the other hand, I can also say, looking at that card over there, that it indicates to me that this is going to be a burdensome process. It's not going to be easy. It will be challenging. And, you have to gird yourself up for that. You have to realize that that's the way it's going to be.
That's what I see pretty much.
Okay.
I just sort of feel this represents the process that you will be taking on, that it does represent a significant burden. And I never feel like this is a burden that breaks your back, but it feels pretty, debilitating, and you will long for when it's over. You will want it to be over. So be aware that if you feel like there are shortcuts, check them out, because dubious people might say, well, for this money or whatever, we can do or file this paperwork that could cause this thing to happen. Check anything out like that. You may have to just really bear this for a while, especially in terms of it being a legal situation. Legal situations can take very long to work out.
Well, I gotta say, CJ, I'm looking at the snake in the home, and somebody could try to retaliate. I mean, there definitely looks like there could be some sneaky behavior here, and it could affect your comfort level, or your personal security even, or your financial security. You gotta. I do feel like this is a tough call. There's definitely challenges in this. Do you want us to do a yes, no, or are you happy with this? I mean, we could do it, but I think this has given you some things to think about here. I do feel you should go through with it if you feel there is burdens that need a resolution, no matter how hard it is to come by, would make you feel better about things. Let's do a yes, no.
All right.
Let's do it.
Those cards again?
Yeah. We're going to do a quick yes, no.
All right.
I'm going to let you shuffle and cut for this one, though. All right?
Okay.
We'll cross the streams a little bit and see what we get. I'll pick up your cut. I'll pick it up. All right. Wow, it's swords. The Seven of Air. You probably shouldn't do it according to the cards. The Seven of Air, too, has a lot of intrigue and sneaky. Remember, we talked about the snake card?
Yeah.
In a way, that could be represented here, in that there could be sneaky, underhanded behavior going on that may undermine you or cause you some grief.
Somebody probably has an ace in their hands, in their thing
Or
that
they
could
think
play.
they do.
Or they think they do. Some strategy they may have where they feel they could gain the upper hand. So it almost feels like it would devolve into the he said, she said kind of thing about it. So you may want to think about it more before going forward with it or finding a different way.
That's what we have. Well, that's what we have for you. Wish you luck with that. Whatever you decide to do, it'll be some stress. It'll be some difficulties you're facing. Somebody is not happy, Good luck with that. Okay. We are on Catty Cat.
You're welcome.
Catty Cat's question is, may I know if there's a marriage potential with Nathan in the future?
I'm going to use my Legend of Sleepy Hollow Tarot.
I'm going to use this one next. Well, interesting.
It's the Fool reversed. It's the Three of Cups reversed. And it's the Knight of Wands upright. What do you got? The dog. And the fox. Okay.
I know.
Well, I got a glimmer there with that. I almost feel like it nearly answered itself with the first two cards. And that answer was maybe not. Maybe there is not marriage potential. The Fool reversed almost always speaks for itself, saying this could be, ill-timed, ill-fated kind of idea, stepping blindly into something that maybe you should have known better about. Or it could present the idea that you are being fooled, or that, you're fooling yourself in some respects.
It's a really bizarre reading. Yeah, I could look at it a couple different ways. One is a little better than the other, in that with the Fool reversed, it just seems like things got off, may not have gotten off to the greatest start in that regard. There may have been some missteps. There may have been somebody doing something untoward. The Fool just, but I like what Mr. O said, because there's a truth to that, taking a gamble on this leading to marriage may not turn out well. In other words, really, truly be sure you get to know Nathan really well first, and maybe you've been with them a while. But there's something up here because of that Three of Cups reversed. I am concerned. I'm always concerned when I see that card in a love reading, because it could indicate a third party. It could indicate some interference. If not a third party, like, an affair.
A rival.
It
right.
could indicate just somebody interfering in your ability to be a couple, somebody who doesn't want it to happen, a parent or a family member or a friend who tries to talk them out of it, etc.
That's a really good point there.
It could be either
thought
of
about it
those.
exactly that way. But when you think about the Three of Cups, upright, it sort of talks about like a happy affair where everybody says, we're happy these guys got together. When it's reversed, this is saying like, I don't like this, and maybe I want to interfere with it, or I don't like their happiness.
So I really don't want to tell you not to move forward with this. I mean, and then we have the Knight of Wands here upright, but that could indicate that, maybe there's something better waiting for you. But I would say that, the Knight of Wands likes to move fast. And so if this person is trying to maybe move fast or is not moving fast enough, you may want to consider what that means to you. Are they trying to move fast so you don't, really know enough about them, that might otherwise be a red flag? Or if they're not moving fast enough, does that mean they may have some other interests out there, that they're looking towards? So I kind of feel up and down about that one a little bit. I just feel like you should take your time with this and see where things are headed, and be very open and eyes wide open about this. You may love Nathan a lot. You may wish to be, in a relationship, and sometimes, or for it to go that way. And sometimes when we do, we're not paying attention to things we should. So just keep your eyes wide open.
Well, in terms of your question, the Knight of Wands does suggest to me that, you need to be earnest and confident about where you stand in this. And so the idea is to not necessarily believe things without knowing, that, I mean, if it sounds very improbable, those are things you should know, or you probably do know. But I think this represents maybe you being that deciding factor in how you discern the potential with Nathan or not. So I'll just leave it at that and say the Lenormand is interesting because, of course, you have the fox and the dog. The dog represents loyalty, a good friend, somebody like that. I don't know if there's a person like that in the picture that's not Nathan, or if that's already how you feel about Nathan, that they're a loyal friend. Either way, but the fox sort of represents somebody that maybe is clever and possibly not exactly honest. It could apply to business, but it could also apply to relationships.
Boy. He was just rubbing up against my hat. He looked adorable. Well, the fox and the friend is very interesting to me here, because the fox can mean good things, the fox can mean not so good things. And the friendship is about loyalty. The dog is about loyalty and friendship and things of that nature. The fox can be about somebody who is attractive, somebody who is magnetic, but it can also be about somebody who's sneaky and has trickery in mind. And so looking at some of the flavor of some of the cards we had here, I have to say to you to be careful with Nathan. Just be, like I said, your eyes wide open, because you got to be sure you're seeing him in a true light, not through rose-colored glasses, because there could be something you need to know that you don't know. And I would just let this develop slowly. And, if marriage gets into the future, it does. If it doesn't, and if it seems taking too long, then maybe that's telling you something too, and that it might be time to move on. So try to ask us again at some point, how things are going with your relationship, and we'll see if the cards improve. But right now, not seeing the prospect of marriage looking very bright at the moment.
Yeah, not at this time.
I wish you luck with that.
All right.
Oh, don't eat the grapes. Still a few left. All right, so
we're an Empress.
Oops. Did I do that again? Oh. Yes, we are on Empress, and I have the question. May I know what is true intentions of my person towards me? And I will get that out there. And it's my deck. Goes to you. So you got off the stoop. You feel better on the table? You were so cuddly over there. But you can stay. Except you're on my wand. Okay, we have Temperance reversed. The Four of Swords is upright. And in the last spot again, with a different deck, the Knight of Wands is here, but reversed. What's that?
The anchor.
Okay.
And the ship.
Oh, wow. That ship is anchored, huh? Well, I don't know what that means in this case because we got some things here. Okay, I feel as though there may be some. What are their intentions towards you? Well, I don't know what temperance reversed. Well, let's start with the Four of Swords. Let's start there because I almost feel like they're not thinking about I don't know what their intentions are right now. Have you been dating them, or is this just somebody you said you're a person, so I assume that maybe you have some established relationship with them. So in that case, it seems like nothing is moving right now. There's no energy to move this forward from where it's at the moment with them. So their energy is not moving things forward right now. That's that Four of Swords.
Well, a lot of these indicators don't look the like there's a lot of energy there.
Right, like there's a lot of movement.
You're asking what their true intentions are, and maybe they're very tired and they need rest, or maybe they want to be resting with you somehow.
Oh,
so
jeez.
that's a true intention. Like they want to be away from the world with you. In a way.
I thought you were going to say they wanted a rest from thinking about a relationship.
Well, no, I'm just thinking, I'm looking at the question.
Okay.
Their true intentions of their person towards you, and it sort of feels like, okay, I mean, I could say they want to rest from you, but I don't think that's what it is. They want to rest with you. They want to sort of be alone with you. That's a feeling I have, and I'm not sure you got that from that card.
No. I'm trying to enlarge that so I can see again. With temperance reversed, it just seems like they feel like something is their intentions. I mean, they're focusing on the fact that they feel something is not clicking between the two of you, a chemistry thing. They may have good intentions, but they're not really sure where things are headed right now, that things aren't completely clicking. Like I don't know if there's a little bit of an incompatibility, a little bit of a disagreement on, where things should head, or about different perspectives that you both have about life and marriage or relationships. So I don't know if it's something like that. When I see that temperance card, I'm feeling that. And then I see the Four of Swords right after that, and I'm thinking, okay, so that means that, right now they're not moving things forward at the moment or they have no intention there because they're still trying to figure out if the chemistry is really there or not.
It feels like maybe this is a pause in a relationship that has some amount of going on already to it, like it's some amount of established here. And I agree with Banshee. I sort of feel like maybe they feel, a little bit unsettled right now because, and I'm going to just jump ahead with that.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead.
The night,
Sure.
The night there, and maybe with the other things that they sort of feel misdirected in a way. They sort of feel like they're questioning whether they're actually where they want to be at. I don't know if it's a crisis of faith in their relationship with you, but maybe there's something else that is bothering them or that they feel they also need to do. Like they have this side interest that they feel they have to address. And I don't think it's a different relationship. I just sort of think it's another goal they have, and they haven't been able to moderate these things. That's the Temperance card.
Well, that Knight of Wands to me just again talks about, they don't want to make any reckless moves at this time, whatever that means. In other words, they don't maybe want to go out on a limb and make you care too much if they're uncertain about the relationship, or they don't want to not pay attention to you and lose the relationship. They're just kind of hanging in the balance here a little bit, I sort of feel. And that kind of ties into where I'm going with the ship and the anchor. One could look at that ship and the anchor, number one, if I had more positive cards here, and say, oh, they're anchored to you. They're moving towards you and they are anchored to you. But the thing is, I'm not feeling that totally from the other cards. I'm sort of feeling like maybe that ship is stuck right now. It's not moving towards you, but the interesting news about this is it's not moving away from you either. So I almost think like things are kind of stuck in a stasis right now.
I like that. I was going to say autopilot. And,
well, if
and
it was
I was thinking
moving,
to myself,
yes.
and then you said, it's like they're not moving towards you, but they're not moving away.
Yeah.
Some of these other cards make it seem like there is considerations going on. I don't know. I don't feel it's considerations about you. I think it's something else that is bothering them or is consuming their mental energy. And it may feel like they're distracted from you, but maybe they're just distracted from a lot of things. And so you need to reassure them if you really think, there's any way to do that doesn't, make it look like you're insecure or something.
I think it's all about the relationship, but, he might be right. I can't see anything outside here. I just feel like the main theme of the whole thing was kind of like a slowdown or a stop of moving forward, like staying where we are for a while. So use this time to really just try to get to know each other better and make each other feel more comfortable about it. Make Nathan feel more comfortable about you if he's not. And even if he is, just try to not put a lot of pressure on it this time. Just enjoy the moments for now. That would be my advice.
And yeah, do come back maybe in a week or two, couple weeks, and we could try it again.
Good luck with that.
See if anything's clearer for us. All right, so we are going to move on to Shirley.
All right, Shirley is up. And I have the question. All right, and oopsie, there it is. I have to get rid of that. All right. There you go. Okay, so we're going to do 2 and 2 on this one, I think is the best way.
All right, yes.
All right. We aren't chatting much with you all, but we're sorry, but it's been a busy show. We had a birthday reading and we're just trying to get everybody in. And we had that technical glitch in the beginning that took too much time. All the way around.
All right, so in business, I have the Page of Pentacles, and the Reversed Death.
The Page of Pentacles upright?
Right.
Okay. Well,
Are clouds. And the House.
well, it doesn't seem like there's much in the way of change, Shirley, as far as business goes. With death reversed, that's indicating stagnation. That's indicating things kind of, something you got. It almost seems as though if you want something to change for the better, you're going to have to shake things up a bit in order to do so. Some changes have to be made in order for it to happen. And right now, the Page of Pentacles is here. And I feel that that's it. I feel here, if you want something new, You've got to either offer something different or come up with something different to attract it. That's how I feel those two cards fit together there. He may see something different. And when I look at the clouds in the home, it just seems like, right now maybe you don't have a clue. What more do I need to do? There's a lot of uncertainty here. And so, but you've got to try to bust through and figure out a way to make people feel more comfortable with or decide that this is what they want, that they want the service or your business, they want to get use your business.
All right, so in business, that upright Page of Pentacles and the reverse Death card, to me this is indicating that yes, there is sort of a stagnant or inert period for business, and you might be better off doing more research kind of things. That's the Page of Pentacles, like just sort of looking into some things and maybe not necessarily making moves, but just sort of calculating moves for sometime shortly in the future. And I get that maybe a little bit with the clouds and the house, that this is maybe indicating right now it's just a cloudier time for certain things right now, and it may clear up in the near future. We may see some business things move again better in a way, maybe in a couple of weeks is what I'm thinking. So let's move on to good things about love. And first,
I wish we had good things about business. We're sorry.
I know. So in that department, there is the reversed Two of Pentacles. Whoops, I went too far. And the upright, that's Justice.
Yeah, I think that deck had Justice. Yep.
The one you gave me.
Yep. So it's the reverse Two of Pentacles and Justice upright.
Right.
Wow, that's really interesting. And so how about this?
And the
Standing
crossroads.
at the crossroads, but then...
And the Rider.
Wow, Shirley, your love situation's very interesting. And maybe a little bit more positive, if not chaotic. It seems to me that that love could cause a little bit of chaos into your life. A new relationship can do that, or trying to start possibly meeting someone or moving forward on something. So it could be about that. And also when I see Justice here, though, it almost seems as though, things will balance out. Things will start to balance out in your love life, and, the chaos will ease. Just things seem really heady and scattered and kind of chaotic, in the moment. But things will balance out. Things will balance out. And I feel like you're moving towards, with the Lenormand, you're moving towards making a choice or a decision in regards to love and romance here.
Well, with good things coming to love, that Two of Pentacles is reversed. It just may be indicating that you are thinking of the perspectives that are not always exactly equal. In your situation, you have, relationships that are not proximate to you, and so things take longer to happen, or communication doesn't always give a full picture. And so you're trying to apply that sense of not exactly having the full picture to the idea about whether or not you are judging things correctly. So you're being fair in that respect, realizing that maybe things are as fair as they can be under the circumstances, and that perhaps each of you have to work a little harder for that balance. So then in the Lenormand, the crossroads with the Rider going towards it is saying that this could be saying there will be choices or decisions to be made somewhere in the near future.
And it kind of ties in with justice too, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah.
So justice can be about making the right choices for yourself. So you are about to make a choice or decision in a relationship, and make sure, with justice here, that this balances out for you, that this is right for you. So I wish you luck with that, Shirley. Good luck with that.
All right, good luck.
Sorry I didn't have better happy news about the business, but I just didn't see it today. Sorry about that. Well, Mr. Rivera is up, and see what Spirit has for the next week. Well, Angel, I don't know why. I brought out a couple of other oracles, but I feel like going back to my Oracle of the Undead for this. So we're going to do this one again. I really like this deck. Kara, did you say you were getting this deck? I think you said you were. This is an awesome deck.
Sure, why not?
Let's see what undead things are happening this week. Ah, okay. You got it. It's fun. I mean, it's not just fun. It's very enlightening, actually. More so than I thought it would be. So I always love when a deck surprises me. Oh.
I wrestle with those things too. Maybe I shouldn't use all these dark cards all the time. Somebody actually called me out once at a live reading somewhere. They said, I just like the original tarot that Rider-Waite won. And
well, this is such good news.
Inwardly seethed.
This is such good news for the undead deck. It is the Loved. Warning, find your balance. Oh, look at the lovebirds. Anyway, the love bats floating around the lovebirds. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to have to read this first part about the zombie. Zombie, till death do us part wasn't long enough. Even into their next life, these two lovers are unwilling to be parted from one another. Bathed in the eerie glow of the undead night, they keep one another warm. Their hearts may no longer beat, but if they did, they'd beat together. I like that. That's fun. All right, so the message is, move forward with your ribcage open and your heart exposed. There's love coming your way as long as you're open to it. This may be from someone new, someone already there, who's digging themselves in deeper into your life, or just learning more about your relationship.
Digging themselves deeper.
Yes. Or, let me just repeat this part. Or just learning more about your relationship with yourself. But the love is there, and you're ready. Love comes in many different forms, but whatever form it takes, relationships are all about finding the right balance. With someone else, it's about what they can add to your life and what you can give to them in return. You may need to readjust and make sure the relationships you're welcoming into your life are the right ones for you, not pulling too much away. The loved found their perfect balance and in death need each other to stay whole. If it's a relationship with yourself, then work out what you need from it right now. This card isn't all about the pair, though. It's about the choice that leads to it. The love chose to find each other again in death. They chose to need each other and entangle their lives again. They call you in to assess the choices and relationships you have and those you are inviting into your life. Make sure they're supporting you, who you want to be right now. Believe in yourself, the good and the bad, and find the balance that works for you. What else you got there?
It's so cosmic.
Universal love, right? So, I mean, this could be just about what you give to others.
Love
you
it
know?
to death.
Give to others with love in your heart. And also, but also, you know, I mean, at work we can't choose who we, you know, who we provide our loving service to. But, you know, in your interpersonal world, and even with who you trust and love in business, you know, mind who you give your love and support to there. It's important to give love, but it's important to receive love as well and support from others. And I just love that heart and the stars. I mean, it's like, really, librarians are so good at giving unconditional support to others, you know? And so, you know, this could have a work significance. This could also have a significance in your life for who you let in your social media, for who you let in, and for who you leave out as well. So consider all of that, because I think for some reason it's going to be important in this week ahead.
It's about, you know, love and compassion for where you want to see the future going, for where you want to see destiny, you know, what the stars bring.
And balance has been a bit of a theme lately. It's really funny because I had a card for the collective on my material matters that was balance. And then I get a lot of cards in the show for certain signs that were all about balance too, or things being out of balance. And we know there's a lot of imbalances going on right now. So if you are feeling thrown off your game in any way, if you feel something is out of sorts, do what you need to pull yourself back into balance once more. Whether there's some shadow work necessary or whether it's just a matter of chilling a bit and giving yourself some downtime. So good luck with that.
All right.
Showing yourself a little love. I love this deck. It's fun. I just thought that was very cute, the zombies together. In death. Until death do us part was not their thing. They weren't going to part. All right, so, Mr. O.
That was very sweet, Nancy. Thank you.
We are on Kara. Hi, Kara. And I know you've probably got your question now.
Yep, she already put it. And guess what? I brought my Tarot of the Northern Shadows. Odin's approved official deck.
Odin's approved official deck. Because Mr. O says so.
Well, Odin, Oberon.
Oh, gee, that's a reach.
We're kind of cousins.
Maybe. Very distant. All right. I'll be moving this deck out next.
Is that your reading then?
Yes, it is, as a matter of fact.
It is?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir. We're getting everybody. We're into OT big time, but we will get you all done. And if anybody can't stay...
You better leave your question
Yeah.
if you want to get one. All right.
Did you put Carl on the list? Why is
I did because you didn't.
He wasn't... We're doing this for their...
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, you had Fiber still there, so.
Yeah, right.
Never mind.
Because they're getting a reading.
Okay.
All right.
I did it on purpose.
Wish I'd seen that.
It's Death Reversed. It's the Four of Swords reversed. And it's the upright Six of Cups. So right off top, I think Odin is saying, like, he's going to kind of maybe throw you a curve. You're going to go back and forth a little bit. Some things are going to say, you know, sit with this for a while, be inert and just sit with this for a while. And then, of course, he wants you to move forward from that, so that maybe there's a particular thing that he wants you to sort of understand. And
So you threw all 3 cards out, but it's my reading. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
So
let's
what you
reinterpret
need to
that.
know right now, or what Odin has for you, is he wants you to stop resisting change. He wants you to stop resisting change. He says change is a part of life.
She said it.
And what?
Nothing.
And you have to grow with it. And that's what I see.
Okay, I agree with that. I was just being a little silly there. Right. I mean, I'm just confused. I'm sorry. Why am I reading cards today? I don't know. Because I know there's some ham later for me. That's why.
Oh my goodness.
So what Odin has for you is the idea that you have to realize that sometimes you're your own worst enemy because you allow yourself to be inertia. It's not necessarily outside forces doing this. You're doing it to yourself. So he wants you to realize that not always, but that sometimes you are the person working against yourself. Why is this important?
Why is this important? Because he wants you to get moving. He wants
you to
you.
get
He wants
moving.
you active. He wants you to apply your energy towards transforming your life in a beautiful way, in a way that does honor to yourself.
Come alive. Well, we could
Yeah,
think
he
of,
wants you to come alive, and he wants you to show the world what you got.
we could think of the reverse 4 swords as kind of like the Valkyrie, sort of returning to the scene and reactivating.
The weird thing is where things are headed. I almost wonder here, this is really interesting to me, Carol, but it just came to me. I almost wonder here if he wants you to actually make changes, but to resurrect something you either used to study or do. He wants you to do something you used to do that brought you joy.
I like that, and it ties the death card together maybe with the other card, because maybe that's why it's there too, is that, Odin, sat on the tree for 9 days to receive wisdom. He sacrificed himself in a way. And that's kind of the imagery I get from that card. This is saying it's time for you to ponder that and realize that that's really where you need to go. You need to push yourself.
He wants you to go back to the future. No, but back to something. And and it still could require a change if you've let something go, if you've abandoned a certain path or a spiritual practice or something that you used to do. Like, for example, if you had a habit of some sort of reading cards every day, or if you had a habit of doing a certain ritual or certain honoring of, the gods, something like that even. He wants you to go back to it, especially if it was something that brought you joy.
So that final card? Or we did it already?
That was it.
Yes, it was. You're right. The gentleman and the dog.
More.
That's
I
very
cracked up when I
interesting.
saw this because I thought, Odin may be a tough guy, but he's really your ally at heart. I really think that's Odin there telling you, take this friendly advice from me and do this. It's for your own good. He really wants to be an ally for you in this and not a taskmaster here.
I love that, and I kind of zoned out on the Six of Cups, but now I realize that's what we were talking about. It is about the idea that you could really do well if you go back to this thing you used to do. And it may not be the one that you necessarily think. It could be something else. But truly, I think that the message here, too, is that Odin, more than anything, wants you to be loyal to him, perhaps, or he wants to feel your loyalty with whatever you do, to do it with him truly in your heart, not just because, you feel that moment there, but because it really does live in your heart.
I can say, too, he might be testing your loyalty here because, the dog can be about loyalty. I could say that. But I got a more friendly vibe off of it this time. And, I feel here, if you're confused about this, pull out your own cards and think about some of the things you used to do that made you happy, that you enjoyed doing, and throw a card for each and see what really stands out there. And then maybe pursue that for a time and see if, that makes sense. That's what I would do. I wish you luck with that.
Good luck. All right. And we're on Seeley.
Seeley is up, and I swear I looked for a question and I couldn't find one.
I'll find it because I'm pretty sure they left it.
I thought so, but I must have missed it. I thought it was maybe like a general one, but I'm not sure. A friendly test. Maybe, Kara. Maybe.
Is the chicken I received a gift from my ancestors? I know question, however,
I
am
can't
African,
hear you. Could you start at the beginning again?
Is the chicken I received a gift from my ancestors? I know question, however, I am African and chickens have significant meaning.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. I got it.
Yes, I get it too.
I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. Just like I appreciate you.
Well, maybe you can find Preethi's question then, because I don't have that one either.
Okay, what's in it for me though? I will find it.
There's always something in it for you.
I don't know, you're the one that seems to get the ice cream the most and stuff like that.
Who likes it more? Who likes it more?
So all I have to do
Every
is like
time I buy
something
ice
more
cream,
to
it sits
you.
around.
If I like
as
something
wait
more
for
than you, I
him
can
to
have more of
want
it? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
If I like something more than you, I can have more of it.
whatever. I think you do that now.
The
I
possibilities.
think you do that now.
Oh, I've been holding myself back, dear. Yes, fried chicken. That might have not been the right thing to say.
I think it might be a live one, but let's see. Let's see what I got. I like the question.
Okay. You still gotta bake it.
Well, this is not good reading. Geez, oh, Pete's, I mixed these cards up so good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The Six of something. I didn't get to look at it.
It's the wands.
It's the Six of Wands reversed.
You should have known
It's
that.
also the Magician reversed. And it's also the Six of Cups, which we just had, but now reversed. Where's the Lenormand?
Where Preeti's question is.
There you go, Fiber. Take care, Angel Rivera. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Angel Rivera. I put him there.
Okay.
Preeti wants a general reading.
Okay. So, I don't think it was from your ancestors per se, no. I mean, all the cards here don't point to that.
Seeley.
It just seems like they weren't there. It's not that they don't support you, but they weren't the supporting influence for this gift. That's what I'm taking from the Six of Wands being there reversed. And that there was no effort on their part to see with the Magician there that you received that gift. I mean, I'm looking at this specifically, from what I know of the cards and how to respond to your question. And with the Six of Cups reversed here, I have to say that it seems like it wasn't because of somebody from your ancestral past.
I like that. I think that's
feel that?
a good analysis there.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that we have the two sixes on the side there and then the magician in the middle. But I agree with Banshee. I don't think this was something that they gave spiritually somehow, that coincidentally, because it came to you that it was a gift. It may have a different meaning other than that.
Well, depending on how this gift came to you, I have another idea for as far as Lenormand goes, but go ahead. Do you anything else?
I don't think it was a gift from the ancestors, but I think it could be a different kind of gift or sign.
Yes,
exactly. I haven't pondered exactly what it is.
Well, with the book and the dog here, it's one of two things. If you got this from someone, it may have been a friendly gesture. It might have been a gesture of, being friendly. That's one way I can look at this. The second way I can look at this is that it wasn't from your ancestors. It was a gift from the animal kingdom, animal spirits. And I think with the book here, you're going to come to the realization of that one way or another, whether this was just a friendly gesture or if this actually was a gift from the animal spirit, animals to you.
I'm kind of seeing that. I feel like it's not attached to human concerns, whether it was an ancestor or a human kind of spirit. It feels like it's just something that's part of nature to me, that sort of works from its own sense of a friendly kind of chaos, if you don't mind me saying that. Sort of like just unexpected good luck that happened.
Right, and so, too, you said it's very auspicious, this gift, so, accept that. Just think about the positive elements of receiving this and focusing on that now and what it really means for you. I think that might be it, and I do feel that it was not so much from your ancestral line. In this case, I'm not getting that at all from the cards. I feel here this might have been a gift that either was freely given by either, someone or from the animal world. So,
good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Wow.
It was an interesting question.
I think it was an interesting reading. We're on Nancy. Hi, Nancy. I have your question, so hang in there.
All right, you're welcome.
Thanks for hanging with us, all of you who can and still are waiting for your question. Appreciate it much. We're getting there. And Nancy's question is right here. There you are. I knew you'd be here. Thank you, Nancy. Wondering why my ex-boyfriend and ex-employer and friends keep trying to cause problems in my life. Jealousy or hurt? Well, let's take a look. Your deck, Mr. O. You're shuffling. Put this away.
It's the Three of Cups upright. It's the Sun upright. And it's the Eight of Spheres, or the Eight of Pentacles, upright too.
Oh, what the heck with all the positive cards?
I know.
How am I going to make sense of this?
And it's my Black Tarot. Okay, the scythe.
This makes more sense to me. But anyway, all right, let's see what we've got. It's interesting.
Well, are they jealous of your happiness? Are they jealous of something?
They're jealous that you have moved on and found other space for yourself, perhaps. That Three of Cups could indicate that they see you as happy and they don't want you to be. They don't want you to be.
The Three of Cups could also indicate that they feel you've moved on to other people or situations that might support you better than they did. That's the Sun.
And the Sun, this is a real twist for me, but you say they're making you unhappy, they're causing problems in your life. And so I can only imagine with the Sun being here, why are they doing this? Because again, they want to rob you of your joy. They want to rob you of your light. They want to rob you of your joy. They hate to see you doing good. And that's really unfortunate.
Right. So what you say is their intention, but the Sun may indicate that they don't have the big effect that they thought they had. Even if you feel like they are causing some amount of, problems for you, ultimately they're going to fade in the Sun, that that kind of pressure can't stay up, that you will find a way to move on away from them.
Well, and that's, of course, we have the Eight of Pentacles.
Yes. Upright.
They keep working on you. I think here that's saying they keep working on you. So you just have to do more work yourself on trying to minimize their influence in your life.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That I don't know that we can answer the why so much other than jealousy, but I think the idea too is really that they just have a really strong interest in working against you. That's why that Eight of Pentacles is
Isn't that a why?
Yeah.
Right. And the why is they want you to rob you of your happiness and joy. They don't want to see you happy. So that is the why. You okay?
Okay, I agree. I'm just being obtuse. So then the Lenormand.
All right, well, with the Lenormand, it's really clear about your workplace thing. They're angry they're angry either at the way you left, or if they cut you, they're still angry at you for the reasons they cut you. Whatever the case may be, the psych and the business institution is here. And so I see that. And of course your ex may be angry about the way the divorce or separation, if you weren't married, however that happened, they may be angry and resentful about that, and the way that cut happened. And so that's another thing that's playing into all of this.
There's nothing here that indicates that they have you at a total demise or, you under their thumb. That may be their intentions and that may be what they're going to continue to do. But I think this expresses the whys and where it's going there.
Well, it answers your question. Yeah, it does. And I think here, I just wanted to say about the Lenormand that the Tower is about an institution, a business. It can be about legal matters as well, which is why I brought up divorce or separation. But also, when you are fired or let go or you quit a business, that's why that's there too. And the Sixth, of course, is about making that cut. And so I can only say and answer your question, that's part of the why, is the way that they were left. Now they want to make you pay for that in some way. So in a way it is retribution in a way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we have for you. Gosh, good luck with that. Jeez.
Good luck, Nancy. All right, and we are on Fiverr, and that's the reading for all of the Grove.
Yes, and I've got it here. She wanted a single card, and that's fine, but I suggest instead we should do top and bottom and the Lenormand.
All right.
All right.
And that's your
So
deck.
I think what we'll do at the Grove is look at what, let's just see what comes up. If it's positive,
welcome,
negative, get the read from that. All right, my deck, yes. I will use this one. I mean, obviously, happy hour we read single cards. I like to read single cards. Oracles, I usually read single cards, but guess what? My oracle for tomorrow will be 2 cards. So,
The question is, how we doing?
yeah.
How is the Grove doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? Top and bottom.
Thanks for interrupting me again. All right. Oh, what? I pulled the 5 of Cups. And the Fool reversed. What?
Do you want those now?
Yes.
The ship and the stars.
Well,
So the stars are guiding the ship. That's okay.
obviously. So I think here with the 5 of Cups and the Fool, it seems as though this is hearkening to... This almost seems to be hearkening to something to me that may have already transpired. You know, when I see that you have the Fool reversed along with the 5 of Cups, I feel like maybe there were some things that you tried to work on together, or maybe even some people in the Grove that, you know, didn't work out that harmoniously or didn't fit right, or maybe, you know, there was some missteps here. And so there's some ruminating about that. There's some disappointment about that. But, you know, overall, I think you realize that there was something greater that was binding you all together. You know, those of you, like maybe some people have left. I don't know the situation with you guys, so I'm just going to throw that out there. Maybe some people left. But, you know, those of you who have stayed have realized and are working together, realize there is something here worth staying for. And that's where I think also the Lenormand comes in.
Well, a lot of times I honestly feel that the 5 of Cups represents like a bittersweet moment, like you're sort of grateful for some things, but you realize that there are some things you're not as happy about. And so maybe there's a sense of regret over some bad choices or bad movements, and maybe some of those did result in certain people or situations moving away from each other. Still, it remained that the way it worked out was probably the best. And even though you may have to have let certain people or situations go, you let them go with the sense of they were finding their own destiny. I just jumped ahead to the Lenormand. Or that because of that change, it allowed the others, the rest of the Grove, to move towards that destiny too.
Well, that could be, Fiber. That could very well be. Also, I know this was about
Well,
how
I know that
you are,
feeling.
Also, I know that how you are doing is, you know, you're processing things. You're processing things right now, and trying to navigate maybe through some difficulties. I would say that currently as well. And this may involve, you know, taking a chance or a risk on trying to get something started that maybe some people in the group or you all were not ready for. I mean, that's possible too with the Fool. Sometimes, of course, we just say, oh yeah, let's go for it. But, you know, there are consequences to that sometime.
So this could represent the division in people who want maybe one solution and those who want the other. Maybe saying that, you know, if there are choices to make because this is coming back, maybe it'll be about trying to bring everybody together.
But if there are shadows coming back to haunt you, rest assured, you know, you guys are strong enough to deal with that. You seem to have a lot of, I mean, there are 2 full cups standing in the 5 of Cups, which indicates to me there is reasons to keep on, and that you both, that it's very tight. And I look at the star and I look at the ship and I say, you guys are moving in a more positive, optimistic direction than, whatever happened in the past. Things are looking brighter, they're looking much better, and you are moving forward, with enthusiasm. And I think those who are maybe in the grove right now together are destined to stay together. That's the way it looks like to me,
the stars.
and to move
Destined.
forward together, to maybe take some deep voyages, go on a cruise together.
Okay, she's standing on a shoreline, the Five of Cups.
Let me look at that one again, because
I'm like, okay, there's the ship.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, she is. She is.
Yeah, so ship on the shoreline.
And she's holding a fish in a bowl, which is really interesting too. Is she thinking about, should she release the fish and let it be free? It's an interesting thing there. And there are some cups on the ground that are spilled. This Five of Cups definitely has a little bit of a different feel to it in some ways. Do you notice the one that's standing there has fish in it too?
Oh yeah.
So I'm wondering here
Nice.
about that. Maybe you have let go of the things that, have caused great disappointments, and, you've freed yourself from them. You've liberated yourself from them. And, maybe there were some reckless, careless mistakes, and you've learned to be a little bit more guarded and cautious now, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And you're more hopeful for the future now. I like it. I just like it overall. You're moving in a much more positive direction. When do you set sail? We set sail
By the stars.
Stars. There you go. Ah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Marita, we did do your question. It was a bit earlier. It was after Libra cusps and before Andrew, if that helps you navigate. It was a while ago because we've been pretty busy.
Well, anyway, good luck with that. I forgot what I was going to say now.
We've
I
kind
was
of been there.
interrupted again. But I understand.
It's not always a good thing. Good luck.
Always.
Yeah, hopefully you'll find it. It's probably about halfway back at least.
That could wait till I'm done speaking in the future. So this was a general message?
Yes,
All right.
general reading. I can't get my things to work. Oh well. So is that my deck again?
Yes, it is.
Alrighty. Well then let's use a deck I have not used yet. I've mostly used new decks all day.
Hey, you're welcome, Fiverr. Thanks for joining us today. That's very nice of you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, evening.
Alrighty. General reading for Preeti. And I'm using my other Neon Tarot. I have two different Neon Tarots.
Right. Really, general reading. What?
And we have the Two of Cups reversed.
It's really interesting.
We have the Two of Swords upright. And we have the Magician upright.
I like that.
I do. And there's the little lady. And the garden. Went to a garden party.
Indeed. So, yeah, the Two of Cups is really, it's almost like you're parting ways with something, letting go of something or someone, whether it's family, whether it's a friend, a workplace, parting ways with even an institution of some sort could be represented by this card as well. So you're feeling like a separation from something. But that's okay. I think it's time to just step back and determine what new direction now you're going to take. That's the Two of Swords there. It's indicating a period where you need to kind of just focus on, on not doing anything, but thinking things through right now. The time to do will come because the Magician is here as well. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But
And
I think. What?
Oh, I was going to talk.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm done.
And I feel that exactly with those cards too, that maybe it's not so much about a breakup or a change in a relationship, but it does signify that sense of pulling back to maybe consider something about a relationship or a situation where normally harmony and trust should be the key factors.
Well, and it could be about internal stuff too, because maybe something is just not feeling right to you. Is your confidence, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your goals and dreams? Do you believe, or are you fighting with yourself right now over something, over a choice or decision that you have to make? And that's why that Two of Swords is here. I mean, I feel something is out of balance here, and whether it's in relation with others or whether it's in relation to something within you.
Was that the Magician?
Didn't get there. I was looking at that again because I did say that I thought maybe it was an internal issue going on.
Okay.
You're fighting with yourself right now. Something's telling you you have the guts to go do something, and another thing's telling you no, you're never going to do it. You're not qualified enough. You're not talented enough. You're not good enough. You're not pretty enough, etc.
You know why I like that? Because it, in a way, kind of ties into the Magician too. The idea about your agency, your willpower.
That's why I'm kind of leaning that way now. And I feel here with the Two of Swords that this is a time to step back and try to rebalance and recalibrate and figure out, and really see the truth of things. Just because others may tell you you're not good enough, or even those voices in your head are, you don't have to believe that. You don't have to believe that. You can go for your dreams anyway. So the idea is here to sit back and figure out fact from fiction here, and figure out, am I just making excuses to procrastinate because I don't believe in myself enough? It's time, when the time is right, you'll know when it's time to get ready to manifest. And I'll talk about that next. Do you want to tackle the Magician or?
Right. Okay. So really all of this was about maybe you taking that time to think about what it was you were really planning. A magician has to have a plan because they want to change great things, and they need to know the routines and what the limits of their powers, abilities, resources are. So a lot of this may have been about that too. You finding the ability to assert yourself in a certain way, to literally work your will or your magic for something that was necessary.
And the Magician is saying here, you really do have what it takes to manifest what you desire, but maybe you have to believe more in it. Maybe you have to stop fighting with yourself and just believe in yourself. Not fight with yourself, believe in yourself, and you can make magic happen. And with the Lenormand, I feel here as a general message that you're going to be doing more socializing. You're going to be getting out more. You're going to be networking more. You're going to be doing more things that bring you in front of people, meeting new people even. And so don't hold yourself back from that. Don't shy away from it because you're worried about how you'll be received or seen, etc. Get to, embrace it. Embrace it, because I think it will be helpful and maybe give you even more confidence going forward.
As the first card may suggest, if this was about interpersonal relationships or deeper relationships, then maybe this was a pause for you to reassess that, and or maybe there's an opportunity to meet new people, to move into new situations, and maybe some of that was about, the need to really reaffirm everything, reaffirm people's commitments to each other. Maybe everything's different now and things have to change.
Wow, let the sun shine in. It got really bright out there.
Just as we ended.
Just as we end our show. But it's freezing cold out there. Well, it's 43 degrees and windy. So, brr.
But
It's gotta
thank you
feel
for
like it's
a
in the
fabulous
30s.
show, everyone. And I don't know if Lisa's here, but Lisa, thank you for your donation.
Thank you for your donation, Lisa. That was nice of you. You know, we do the birthday readings freely. So I hope you didn't feel obligated, but thank you so much.
We
And
will
if-
have to catch up with you.
And I just want to say again, we're freezing here. It's like winter again. It's going to feel like 30 degrees out there. Thankfully, we're not going anywhere. We're going to stay home and have a good time tonight, eating a nice dinner. So thanks everybody for spending your Easter afternoon with us. You all take care, and we hope to see you real soon. Bye-bye for now.
Bye. It was $25.
That's nice. I know you love it.
Oh, hi there. Kitty cat.